Hey, gang, welcome into Carolina Originals, the on-stage version with the Boogeyman here and my guest here, Hurt and Skip.
Hurt and Skip.
I'll get everybody to introduce yourself, if you would, first of all, here on the show.
My name's Joe Power, lead singer, co-writer with Shane, and been playing music for 25 years around Spartanburg and the upstate and all over the southeast, so to speak. And if you want like a little backstory, I mean, me and Shane just kind of hooked up in November. I reached out to him. He was posting some dobro stuff online.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, man, that's my bread and butter. It's the stuff that got me when I was young. The blues, old school Skip James, all the way down to Mississippi John Hurt. And that's kind of where we got the name. Is we named it after Mississippi John Hurt and Skip James. So Hurt and Skip was a way where if you knew what those two words meant, you knew what the band was going to sound like. So,
And there's where the sound came from.
that's where the sound and the name came from, for sure.
Great. And Shane, you've been out there for a long time, kicking and grinning in Spartanburg and all over. The new way, I heard. So how's it going with the virus and all? Are you writing music now? What are you doing with your time? I know you still have certain areas you can go play.
It's very limited right now, but yes.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah, we're doing more. We've probably written more songs in the last 5-6 months than I've written probably the last 7-8 years.
Oh yeah.
So but it was good in a lot of ways for the creative juices, because when you're always trying to make a living, especially in this business, if you want to call it a living, but. I always say if you want to be a musician, you too can make hundreds of dollars a year. 100 a year. Anyway, there's pros and cons to everything. It's all about where you find the silver lining with stuff. It's your perspective, and honestly, times like these will show you what you're made of. All of us as humanity, really, truthfully, and then personally as well. I think if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, right now is the time to jump on board and push.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and use today's technology.
Use it to your advantage.
Yes, and hopefully we'll all get through this. Having things like this without an audience, I know it's tough.
Definitely different.
Because you feed off of that. I know and at the same time, you folks, you like listening rooms. You like folks that kind of pay attention close to your music, and your music does. I heard it. It'll pull you in, let you escape somewhat, and I think that's pretty much what music's all about.
Good art should do that.
Good art should do that.
Make you feel something, or make you just calm down and slow down.
And yeah, the lyrics sometimes can go either way. You can interpret them different ways, and that's another magic in the music, and a healing power too in music. When people get to hear it and see performances, although you don't have the live audience, you've got a Facebook draw, and you've got the live recording here tonight at the Greenwood Community Theater to hold on to, and folks can go back and watch. You can send it over there, even for a demo for jobs and things, gigs.
This is a great theater, by the way. I wish it was in Spartanburg.
Yes.
You're a Roebuck man.
Man, yeah. We used to do a lot at the Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium, and had a lot of. I used to go to the Southern Gospel singings there and see the Blue Ridge Quartet, and they were from Spartanburg, and
that's right.
And we had the wrestling was downtown.
Wrestling. I saw wrestling there a bunch, man, as a kid.
We had the Shrine Circus there too in Spartanburg downstairs. Right. So and we miss all those functions, and I know everybody does. But last but not least, I got to talk to the fellow back here keeping the groove going.
Hello.
Hey, and your
Heartbeat.
name? Yeah, the heartbeat of the band.
Jason Phillips.
Jason Phillips, percussionist. And Jason, I enjoyed this. I'd never seen a setup like yours until tonight, but I really enjoyed the punch in that drum, man, and the way you were playing. It was just great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it took us away. It took us an escape in a way.
Well, thank you. It is for us too. Yeah, I'm fortunate to these guys reached out to me and said, "Hey, this is what we got going on," and the sound fits, and we came together, and everything came so naturally that
it did.
Yeah, I can't take credit for it. It's their idea.
No, we all add to it.
Yeah, I'll speak for Slice in the sense we call him. His nickname is Slice.
Okay, Slice.
He tries to get away from it. He's never getting away. He also had a horse when he was younger. But
I didn't do that to him on microphone.
we started with just trying to play Mississippi Hill Country blues very authentically, where it was just a voice and a guitar, and it worked. But then Slice brought in the thing that everybody must have felt when you listen to it, which is very visceral, heartbeat, and it's African and it's very Spanish in the terms in the way that it moves you like a like that's built into your
DNA.
natural rhythms, your DNA.
The punch.
And he pulls it out of you. Like he pulls it out of me and Shane. Like we basically evolved these songs to a astronomical level because of what Slice was bringing to the table. So he's modest, but he's a genius.
Thank you.
For the last 2 or 3 years, I didn't know what I was going to do next. I had a group back in Spartanburg. We played pretty heavy for about 10, 11 years. And I said, whatever I want to do next, I said, I don't know what it's going to be, but I want it to have that tribal beat to it, that indigenous kind of beat to it. And it just kind of fell in place. Didn't even try for it. It just happened in the way it happened.
I love that dobro. He's just tearing it up, and I can feel the deep blues in there. Oh my goodness!
Not too bad for an all white redhead. I mean,
Hey, they used to call me the funky white guy. So yeah,
that's right on.
I love the blues. I love the blues, and I think the root of pretty much all music came from blues. I don't know.
It's undeniable. Like everything about this project is a tip of the cap to that which created everything that anybody who thinks they like a song, you can go all the way back further and you can go all the way back to the source of it, which is that hill country blues sound that came out of the Deep South. And I mean, it wasn't really happening very much on the West Coast. I mean, the Chicago blues, there's the LA blues scene that kind of evolved, but really the most of it happened in this Southeast area. And we always talk about there's something in the water, man.
Yeah, and what was the Elvis tune you did?
That's All Right, Mama.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely loved it.
And that's
Arthur Crudup.
Arthur Crudup.
He wrote it originally.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Big Boy Crudup. Yep.
Okay. Well, I was a huge Elvis fan, and I got to go to Graceland last year for the first time. Yeah, oh, wow, it was great. Yeah, and I would play disco in the clubs and all over the years, and then when I'd go home, I'd listen to Elvis or Grand Funk Railroad.
You ever work at O'Sullivan's?
Yeah, I was one of the owners at O'Sullivan's. Okay. Yeah, and it went on to be Fats Cafe and Wild Wings, and Cooper River Restaurants, I think now. But Jimmy passed away. He was Jimmy Rogers. But yeah, we had all kind of great entertainment there at the club, and was always involved in national acts and local acts. Of course, being from Spartanburg there at WORD, we played the Marshall Tucker Band and got the gold records on the wall, and they would just bust into the station every now and then. We never knew they were coming, but hey, we got another release. Hey, okay, come on in. And they would just take over, And it was fun. That was back in the day. But I got to get you on Carolina Originals. I can't wait to play your performance. I want to go put it on the radio right now, but we don't have much time left on our interview, guys. But thank you so much for coming down to the Emerald City.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Spartanburg City. You're representing my hometown, and man, I'm very proud of you. I enjoyed the music, and I know you're going a long way.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Hey, gang, you've been listening to Carolina Originals, a division of Boogie Broadcasting and a part of Hometown Hodges. Be sure and visit the Facebook page on Hometown Hodges and check out their show that they did here tonight. Till the next time, Boogeyman clocking out with my friends out of Sparkle City.